Hi, good evening. Can you all hear me? Hi, Marina. Glad to see you again. Hi, Ricardo. Hi, Shirney. Did I pronounce your name correctly? All right. We'll just wait for maybe a few more minutes for others to come online. It's 8 p.m. here in Singapore. I assume all three of you are dialing from Singapore. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know there's a lot of other activities you can choose. Maybe something more is interesting, meeting with friends. But I really appreciate you that you're joining me in this webinar. Can you hear me? I'm not sure whether just can you type yes if you can hear me? All right. Thanks, Ricardo. Just checking my sound. Loud and clear. Thank you. All right. Maybe just before we start, I like to ask these questions. Maybe I'll start sharing my screen. Share. Screen share. Yeah. So let me see. I'll share my PowerPoint. Right. So, okay. So maybe I wouldn't be able to see in the chat box. Let me see if I can connect. Sorry. Let me see if I can connect my other monitors so that I can see the chat box simultaneously. So these are the three questions I like to ask. The first one is what do you want to achieve from the sessions? So you can type it in the chat box, or you just have that think about it. So I think it's always important to begin with the end in mind, right? What do we want to achieve from this, whatever half an hour or 1 hour sessions we're going to have? And also, this is the second questions is the questions I learned from my mentor, Jeff Wood. He is the host of the Menti podcast, awesome podcast. So he always say that where do you need help the most now? I guess basically we have to be clear also we have to be clear that what we want to achieve and where do we need help the most. I think communicating that, but without, I guess, is also good, without expectation that people will help you. But when you say that, they might not be able to help you at that time, but if they come across something, they might get back to you. Hey, you can connect with these people maybe can help you. So that helps you achieve your goal faster also. So I also like to ask that, basically, so that I can keep in mind, this person, this is where they need the help most. So whenever I see somebody else, I might connect them, or if I find certain resources which helpful to them, I might refer them to the resources. So, and the third question is basically, what's your number one goal this year? I guess this year is, we already 3/4 September already, and you might have achieved your number one goal. I haven't but we still have 3 months to work hard on our goals. All right, let me just go back to the chat box quickly. All right, so we have two more people. Hi, Martin. Hi, Ernie. Welcome to the webinar. All right, so this is 8:05 already. Let's start. So let me stop sharing for a while. I think what you can do, let me share. Okay, what I would do, I will close my video, and you can actually click this button when you're watching to expand the slide later. So I will stop this and you can expand that, and I will just go back to the slide. Hi R. All right. So okay. So today, I want to share this book. I read this book last year and rereading it this again to remind myself about the importance of morning routines. So I'm not perfect. I still don't do my morning routine consistently, but working towards that. So this is awesome book for me. It's really great book, and I like the simplicity of the morning routine. How Hal put it in this book. In this book, also he offers a few tips around each routine. So what we will do is I will go through each of the routine, and basically we can have the discussion for each of the routine. All right. Anybody have read this book before? Just to check with you all. Nope, Marina. Okay. All right. Ricardo, I have not. All right. Just another quick questions also. Do you any of you follow certain routines you do in the morning? It can be like just exercising every morning, or reading some books, or praying every morning. So if let's say yes, if you do some kind of routines in the morning in the chat box. I try, Ricardo. Yep. Meditations. All right. Love to discuss that when we talk about meditations, which is the first one. All right, let's move on. 30 minutes for myself. Great. Okay, let me next. Oops. Not sure why it's not moving. Yep. All right. So in the books, Hal give this 6 daily practice to enhance your life. Is silence. Savor. He made it a very unique acronym. Is savers, like life savers, which for most people, they do experience that having this morning routine actually change their life, so save their life. So the first one is S for silence. The second one, A, affirmations. V for visualizations. we talked about these visualizations last time. And E for exercise, R for reading, and S for scribe or journaling, right? So let's go to the first one. So silence. So basically, having silence, like maybe journey, 30 minutes for myself. Maybe that's kind of, maybe you do also do silence, like basically having yourself centered, beginning your day with a calm, clarity, and peace of mind. So basically, not worrying about what's going on in the past, what's going on, what you're going to do in the future, like what you're going to do today. So before you start your day, just start with calm, not rushing, not immediately opening your handphone. That's the challenge, right? Every time we wake up, okay, check my email or my Facebook, any interesting message from my friend or email I need to attend, or even jump into the computer and start replying the emails, working on something. So begin your day with silence. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but basically with intention that you have a quiet time. So you can achieve this. There are a few ways, right, to achieve. You can do meditations like Marina. So meditations, typically you can divide meditations into two, right? You can have your own meditations, maybe by listening to music, just music, and just doing a breathing exercise. Or you can also do a guided meditation. That means you play some recording meditations guide, like it can be from YouTube's or it can be from programs you bought online. So Marina, you do meditations, so share with us what kind of meditations you do. So the other thing which we can do, right, also you can do prayer reflections. Breathing, I guess, is also part of the meditations, or also having a gratitude exercise, thinking what we are grateful for at that moment, at this moment, right? Right. So health also offers some steps in the book for meditations. Basically, finding a comfortable space and having a sitting position like in the pictures, right? Cross your leg and start focusing on your breath, maybe taking a slow, deep breath. Then after that is basically pacing your breath, right? Start counting your breath. And it is definitely there will be when you're trying to focus on your breath, but our mind is always busy, right? There's something will always come into our mind, whether it's the work I need to do this morning, or the problem you need to solve, or any other. So basically, just be aware about that thought. When you realize, oh, I'm having that thought, let's bring it back to focus on your breathing again. So I personally have used these apps called Headspace. Any of you have heard this Headspace? So you can actually download the apps from iTunes or from Google Play. It's available. There's a free version. I think the 10 days free versions. You can just repeat that if you want, or you can also subscribe to the paid one. So I would recommend just start with the free one. Be consistent with the free one. and once you feel that you want to get more, you are comfortable with meditation and you want to get more, you can subscribe to the paid one. So it's really fun. The apps has interesting graphics, and it also plays video in certain points. So very interesting. So I've not used the paid one. Yeah. And the other, this apps is recommended by my guest, Carol Pilling, one of my podcast guests. She used these apps, and also you can. She also used this second one. This is the you can Google Deepak Chopra Opera free meditations, right? You need to register, but they provide like 21 days meditation experience, so you can try that. I personally have not tried, but my friend also highly recommend this exercise. All right, the third one, which I put it here, is Brendon Burchard. I love Brendon Burchard, and you can go to your YouTubes, and I put the link here. You can listen to his way of release meditations technique. Is basically repeating the word release and just focusing on that word. So you can watch the YouTube video from Brendon Burchard. Anybody knows Brendon Burchard? He has a very good podcast also, which I love, The Charged Life. All right, let's go to the second one. The second one is affirmations. So I put a definitions from the Google. The actions or process of affirming something. I think that's the definition. Is the first one is more related to this morning routines. So this is what I learned from one of my training. I really like this kind of like affirmation. It's quite long, but I really like this affirmations. If you read, maybe I'll just read it to you. I have the power to choose. What I choose in life is what I get. What I think is what I get. I move in the directions of my thought. I think I can, I can. I think I cannot, I cannot. I think big, I become big. I think small, I become small. I think positive, I become positive. I think negative, I become negative. I think hate, I become hateful. I think of love, I become lovable. I become what I think about. The me I see, the me I will be. For things to change, I must change first. Whatever I can conceive and believe, I can achieve. If it's possible for others, it's possible for me. It's only a question of strategy. I focus on my goals and take actions toward them constantly. There is no failure, there is only feedback. I will change my strategy and do whatever it takes to succeed. I will make today much better than yesterday. I shall pass through this world but once. Any good thing that I can do or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now and not be afraid, for I will not pass this way again. So I really like this. I have that laminated and read this. I think it touch on almost every area, right? Kindness to other people, taking actions, thinking positive, and thinking big. Shirney, yes, absolutely. I will email the slide to all who attend the webinar. Right. So the 5 steps to create your own affirmations. I took this from the book. So step 1, everything is be clear, right? Be clear on what you really want. First, you have to know what you want to achieve, right? Then the second the second step is why you want it. So you have to have a compelling why, right? Because that's the one which drives you or makes you take the implement these affirmations or take actions towards that, right? Step 3 is who are you committed to being to create it, right? What kind of persons you want to be. So I kind of like mix the step 3 and 4. So like who are you are committed to be, what you want to be, and what are you committed to do, right? So it can be I committed to exercise or eat healthily every day, and the Hal's advice is basically start small and take consistent actions. Definitely, I would not say definitely. I mean, for my case is I've it's always a challenge for me to be consistent. So, but I think the problem is it's okay to allow yourself not that you should not be consistent, but if you are not consistent, don't punish yourself. Basically just do it again tomorrow, recover from start doing it again tomorrow. So, and you can also add inspirational quotes or philosophy in your affirmations. So my affirmations will be something like persistence. I'm bigger than any challenge I face. I'm a great communicator, so I have this issue of communicating my expectations to people. So that's why it's there. Then I'm a thriving and inspiring business owner. I'm still a full-time employee, but I aspire to have my own business, and hopefully I can also inspire other people about what I'm doing. So always have positive mind and attitude, and also I care about others and always seek to understand others first. So that's one of my challenge also, like sometimes I know what I want, and maybe I don't really listen to others. So that's why I put it there. I care about others, and always sometimes like people do certain things, and it's easy for me to judge, hey, why you are doing this. And basically maybe there are some reasons which we don't we're not aware, right? Maybe certain people face different problem or different challenges. So so my last affirmation would be like, I'm effective and focused at the task at hand. So all right, so that's just a few samples from me. Anybody have done affirmations? All right, let's move on to the next one. So visualizations. So visualizations, we just recently talked about this last Saturday. We talk about visualizations. This is really closely related with affirmations, right? In affirmations, you repeat the words or the sentence you want, where your goal is, or you want to yourself to be. And basically, last Saturday we talked about vision board. So vision board helps you in this exercise also, where in the board you put the pictures, what you want. It can be motivating quotes, or maybe a travel. It can be a healthy lifestyle, or the body you want. But the key here is basically when you are visualizing the goals you want, you are visualizing as if you already achieve it. So, and you want to use all of your senses, right, to make it real. So you want to get that feeling that you already accomplished that goals. So that basically will boost your confidence, and also kind of making it more sometimes, right, we have bigger goals, but and in our mind we think, oh, it's so difficult, I'm not sure whether I can achieve that. But using visualizations, right, you're helping yourself to kind of, oh, I can do it. It doesn't, it's real, something real which I can achieve. All right, so you can play music while you are doing visualizations. So use your sense, your feeling, your hearing, touching, taste. So you have to imagine what like, for example, if I'm imagining that I'll be a TED speaker, right? So one of my friends, Calvin Wayman, talk about his goal to become a TED speaker. So what you will do, right? You will imagine the stage exactly. You will stand when you're doing the visualizations. You will stand as if you are talking to the audience, and you're imagining how big is the stage, right? You imagine, is it 1,000? Is it a 5,000? And maybe what you are imagining, you make it so real. Okay, I would, this is because this is something which I also want. So I would imagine like, oh, I'm getting standing ovation, so people are clapping, I'm hearing the clapping, or the spotlight is on me. I just delivered the presentation so well, is everybody is inspired by my presentation. I just walk off from the stage, but people are standing and clapping. So that kind of visualizations. So you can do that for every part of your goals on your vision board. All right, so that's V for visualizations. E, exercise, right? So it helps you to boost your energy, improve your self-confidence. Of course, if my body is better, healthy, I will have much more self-esteem, right? Enhance your health. So type in the text chat box, what type of exercise do you do, and how often you do it every week. So want to know what type of exercise you do. For me is I can't run, so I walk. So typically morning is basically I walk. I take a walk from home to halfway to office, and during the walk, I also listens to either podcast or audiobook. So that's how I find my like 3-in-1, my quiet time alone, as well as listening to the reading or listening to podcasts, and plus a little bit of exercise by walking. All right, so I guess we all know the benefit of the exercise. And again, I think don't start small. If you have not done it every day, you can start maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, maybe jog for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So you choose your favorite exercise, right? Okay, so R is for reading. So read self-development book, or any book which you can learn something. Like for example, it can be a business book, or I like reading self-development book. Like currently I'm reading the Charged Life by the Charge from Brendan Burchard. So what I do, like I just said just now, is typically either I listen to podcasts for reading. I think it's basically it doesn't have to be really read. For me, is flexible. You can fill your mind with positive things like listening to audiobook. It's same like reading. You can also listen to podcasts, or yeah. So those the two are the one which my favorite. And typically I also make time to read in the weekends. Basically just sit and read. Or I think in Singapore it's actually great, right? When you get on MRT, you can hear audiobook, or you can just take your handphone and read from your handphone. All right. Tips from Hal, I think is always true, right? Again, this is repeating from the previous one. Begin with the end in mind. So what do I want to get? What do I want to learn by reading this book, right? You know the titles. You pick that book because you want to achieve something. Like it can be like, for example, if you're reading about mind map, so you want to be able to what mind map can be used for many other purpose, right? Like for example, summarize a book, or remember something, making a list. So what do you want to ultimately, what do you want? Like for example, you want to learn mind map. Why you want to learn mind map? For me is I want to be able to summarize a book in a mind map and remember it, having a mind map and having it for quickly recall about the important points of from the book. So that's what I do when I read a mind map book. So, and also commit to finish it. So many people start a book, read the first chapter, then put it on the shelf and never finish it. So finish reading it and marking whatever the important points. I mean, it's also recommended that you reread the book. Like this morning routine, I'm reading it again, maybe third time already. And also not just reading it. What I guess, if you can't implement all the ideas, is sometimes it's just too many ideas in the book, right? You can take one, even if you implement one. So pick one. What's the most important thing for you? What's the most critical for you to implement? Where do you need which you think if you implement that will help you progress on your goal? So basically it's not that we have to implement everything. Our situation sometimes different, so you might choose. The key is pick one and implementing it, and consistently implementing it until you master that. Then you can go back to the book and maybe find another idea and implement again. So I have this link. I posted in the Facebook group. So this link is from the Success Principle. I read the Success Principle. Is really a thick book, but you can actually read the chapter is very very short every time, and every chapter has one idea which you can implement. So a lot of ideas from the book. And Jack Canfield also put up a list of book which he recommends, self-development book which he recommends. So that's the link. I'll share it. I've posted that in the Facebook group, the Rebound Stronger Facebook group. And you can also get this slide and go to that link. Shirney said that I will create an important points card whenever I read the book. Great. Yes, I think that's very that's really cool also. For me, is also one of why I doing this webinar is basically it's kind of forced me to read the book and really understand what's the most important, summarizing the book and putting into this PowerPoint slide. And the other thing which I do is putting in a mind map. It also helps to remember the key points of the book. All right, so R for readings. Oh, okay. Anybody wanna suggest books we should read? Maybe if you have a good book, you know that we should read, please post it on the comment box so we can also learn from your book list. So I'll start. So the book I also like is, you know, the success principle. I think that's really, I think you can just pick that book and read it for a year, implementing one by one. So that's one. And the other one is the one thing. I really like that. It talks about your how you actually prioritizing. So not, it's like there's so many things, right? But what's the most important thing? What's the first thing you need to do? Like the first domino. Like what is what they have this called focusing questions. So let's say like what is the one thing, such as by doing it, the other thing is unnecessary or become easier. So like what's the first domino you need to knock? All right, so I have a lot of recommendations here in the chat box. The Secret, is that similar to the movie The Secret? Interesting. The Obstacle is the Right Way, Ryan Holiday. I've not read that. I will check it out. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Yep. Richard Carlson. Mindset, the New Physiology. I think the mindset is also recommended in this success principle suggested list. Yeah, but I've not read. So all four which you all recommend, I've not read. Good, can goes to my reading list. Thank you for your recommendations. All right, savers, right? Then it leaves with the last, which is S, which for me is the most challenging, is scribing. It is challenging for me. I've tried many times and failed miserably in doing scribing or journaling, because as soon as I sit on my desk, typically I will start just listing my to-do list and start working on them. So yeah, so I think but I've people who has done this, right? So I will not, I'm talking from other people experience. So they say that you have, I can imagine, like for example, this is a simple journaling questions. It's called 5-minute journal. I think that's apps in iPhone, most probably. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in on Android. So it has 3 simple questions for the morning and 2 in the evening. So the question is, what are you grateful for? What would make today great? And your daily affirmations. So it's also actually embedded the affirmation practice in this scribing. So if you see, right, if you just answer these questions, right, so it start with your what are you grateful for, which is one of the way to start your day with silence, right? A grateful exercise. And the second question is, what would make today great? So some of the journal also ask like, name 3 things you have to achieve or you want to achieve today, so that when you achieve that 3 things, you say that's the today is completed. So because often we sometimes we prioritize, or we don't prioritize sometimes even, right? We just reactively knocking out, not completing the task based on maybe email, the email from the order they came, or whatever. So basically having a clear idea what is the most important thing today I need to achieve. So journaling helps for that also, and it has daily affirmations. So there are many types of journal. So I started with Evernote in my handphone, but like I said, it's challenging for me to be consistent. And my friend said, just do a paper journal. So just pick a book and just writing it. So without the distractions of electronic or your handphone or your laptop in your morning routine. So that's my friend's suggestion, and I will take that. I got my book already. So the evening questions is, what's the 3 amazing things that happened today, and what are 2 things I could have done better? So basically reflecting on your day, right? All right, so that's it for the morning routines described in the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. So if you can read the books for details, and you can also go to this miraclemorning.com. There are some free resources like what affirmations you can do. There are like 30 days challenge. You can participate. You can have a checklist. Right. So, all right. So if you are so busy, you can do the Miracle Morning for 6 minutes. So Hal Elrod posts in his blog 6-minute Miracle Morning for busy people. That's the link. You can go there. All right. Questions or comments? Feel free. If you want to talk, I can share the stage. Let me know in the chat box. Then I can share the stage with you so that you can also give comment. How would you rate this webinar? Let's say 0 to 10. How useful is it for you? And please, you don't need to be kind. So I just want to get some feedback. So you Shirin asked, what time to sleep and wake up is the best? Well, I think what I know is the recommendation is 7 to 8 hours, right? So let's say 7 hours. So if you sleep at 10, you can wake up at 5. So for me, is my wake up time is around 5. Typically, I do work or my reading or my exercise from 5 to about 7. Then after that is basically getting ready for office. So and if I walk, typically I just walk from 7 till maybe like 8, then halfway the office, then take MRT. So, all right. Any other questions? Does that answer your questions? Yeah. So I think the benefit of waking up early, right, is free you from distractions. Of course, it's more challenging now because we self destruct. I mean, not self destruct. Is not the right word. Distract, right? We self distract ourselves with our handphone and Facebook, etc. So that's the challenge, that you put away the handphone. Oh, usually you sleep after midnight. And what time do you wake up? Do you have the 7 hours 7 hours sleep? Hmm. 12, 6.5 hours. All right. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Just want to welcome people who join also. Colin. Hi, Colin. Welcome. Hi, Nisa. Welcome. All right. So what's next? Hi. Are you logging in from Singapore? Yes. Cool. I guess we have Singapore and Indonesia. All right. Okay. What's next? Plan. So next book discussion. I haven't finalized the book, but I'm thinking the one thing will be interesting. That's really a good book. Anybody have read the One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan? Interesting book. Very good book, actually. It talks about time blocking, having a focusing questions. So the next book discussion. So my schedule is, I want to have it on, I think it's second week, Thursday, second week or so. So 12th October, if I'm not wrong, it's Thursday. What day works best for you and what time works best for you? Just want to have a gauge. Does Thursday like 8 p.m. Is good, or you prefer it later than that? I don't think I can do earlier. Typically, I reach home about 7:30, so 8 p.m. is kind of like the earliest I can start. Do you prefer 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.? All right, I put the link in the 8 p.m. Ricardo prefer 9 p.m. Marina 9 p.m. All right. Okay, I'll think about it. I guess for some people also 8 p.m. is a bit early, so I'm still trying this to fine tune what is the best day or what's the best timing for people to participate in this webinar. So you can go to the link reboundstronger.com/book October 16. So that's book October 16 as 2016. All right. So let me know if you have any suggestion for the book. All right. So I'm also the host of Rebound Stronger podcast. So just curious also, any of you listen to podcasts? If you do listen to podcasts, which podcast do you listen to? I want to know. Type in the chat box whether it's yes or no. I just want to gauge the people whether okay. Shirney, no. Marina, no. Ricardo, yes. Which podcast you listens, Ricardo? Tim Ferriss. Cool. That's a long podcast also, right? Inside Quest. The School of Greatness. Excellent. I also listen to The School of Greatness by Lewis House. So my favorite podcast is The School of Greatness, the Menti podcast, The Charged Life, Brendan Burchard. The Menti podcast is by Jeff Wood. And there's also Success Magazine. I think they have a Success podcast, and also Michael Hyatt. I forgot the name of the podcast, but Michael Hyatt has a very good podcast also. So those are the few podcasts I listen regularly. And I also have a podcast called Rebound Stronger. So I interview people who overcome their life difficulties, life adversity. So far I published 21 episodes. So I interview people from different backgrounds. So far I've interviewed people from Singapore, from Australia, from Peru, from United States. So the people also have a wide variety of background, from financial challenges, physical challenges, relationship problems, losing someone they love. So so that's my podcast. So if you try listening to my podcast also. Would love if you listen to my podcast and subscribe and share with your friends, one of your friends or family, if you think that's useful for you or for them. And also the second thing is you can also participate, and if you haven't joined the Rebound Stronger Facebook group, and connect with other members also. So just search Rebound Stronger. You can find it in the Facebook. So facebook.com/groups/Rebound Strongers. All right. So, okay. So let me see how I'm going to do. I said we have 3 books, right? Fish Out of Water books. We have 8 people. Okay. Oops. You still can see my screen, right? Yep. All right. So let me see. Oh, sorry. I pull out my monitor. Can't see the second monitor. Technical difficulties. Okay, what I intend to do. So if you, what I intend. Okay, I guess I will do this offline. And I hope you trust me, and I will send you an email. What's the results of the draw? So what I will do is I will enter all 8 name of the person here and into Excel, and just do a random formula in the Excel to get the three numbers. All right. Does that all right with you? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So because I've not put in all the names in the Excels. All right. I think, let me just go back. Yep. that's it for today. I hope you have a great evening. Don't I mean not don't. So think about what you have heard just now about the morning routine, and maybe pick one of the routines. If you have been doing quiet time, like Shirney have been doing quiet time, maybe you can add other one more from the morning routine. It can be reading or journaling. Slowly you can build your morning routine. So all right, have a good evening to all, and most of all, thank you for joining the webinar. And for those who are in Singapore, hopefully one day we can arrange a meetup somewhere in Singapore, and maybe have a dinner or lunch together. All right, thank you, and I will stop the broadcasting now. Bye.